Okay, so we have some tips in donating and how to donate to Nepal.
Okay.
And I thought that this would be a great opportunity for us to talk about it, especially because of just the devastation there. It is so sad. 5,500 people have now died. Oh, and the death toll continues to climb. And what's so sad about this is a 7.8 earthquake, which is catastrophic, but because Nepal is on a seismic fault, but it's more than that because of their local infrastructure there is not the same as ours or in other places in the world. So the devastation is going to be that much more worse because of the fact that they have not built these infrastructures that are able to resist, at least somewhat resist earthquakes. So that's why there's so much devastation. Hundreds of thousands of people have been displaced. So that's why aid is so important, and it's so important to donate right away because not only are these people, of course, needing aid and food and water and all that, but just tents. I think right now there's like 4,000 tents available to the people, but there's like 500,000 that are needed. So that just gives you an idea of why it's so important to donate.
Right, because everyone is motivated to give. I feel like most people are like, how do I help? How do I help? And yeah, there's a Better Business Bureau has a list of the charities that are good at this time because right now, you know, the people who are around, you need a mix of outside sources, but outside sources who are able to be mobile and have experience setting up specifically in this area.
Yes. And, you know, because people are so gung-ho sometimes, that extra 5 minutes of research before donating will really ensure that the help that you're trying to give actually gets to the people that you're trying to help, which is half the time the struggle. I mean, in my experience with cancer research and all these other things, it's like you look at this particular charity, for example, and it will be where it's, you know, 60% of the money goes to advertising, and you're like, but what about actual cancer research?
Right. Or if you really specifically wanted to donate to Nepal and you're donating to a charity, well, it's not guaranteed that they're actually using your funds to go there.
Dispersing it there.
They might be using it for something else really beneficial, but again, if you want your funds to go there, you do need to do a little bit of research. Luckily, we have some tips for you guys. So for one, check out the charity. It says, look at the organization website and see if it has a specific page for its Nepal efforts, okay? Number two, look at the organization's presence there, as what you guys talked about. Do they have boots on the ground? Have they been there before? Do they know people? Are they actually there and ready to go and mobilized? Number three, follow the money. It says, beware of appeals that ask you to send money directly to a bank account. And sometimes these can be really authentic, like if it's a friend that really is trying to like build funds to go send something to Nepal, but still. Like just be aware that it's not someone's personal bank account unless it's somebody that you truly know and trust and they're going to go do their own thing. But then at the same time,
even then, that goes back to number two, where if they're not in that area already and very familiar with the language, the culture, everything, and how to get around, then how really effective is it going to be to give that money?
Which is really important because here's another thing. It says don't pack up used clothes or other donations because of the fact that it says that's the worst thing to do. What you want to send may not be needed, and because the cargo space is so limited, you're actually blocking
things that could be much more useful getting in.
So that's why it's important to really know, because you think that you're doing something great, but it's actually counterproductive. And then finally it says be patient because this is going to be some long-standing, devastating effects.
But be patient. It's going to take a while to, get things back to where they were, if you can do that at all. But it's crucial in the weeks and months after this happens to not only like donate early, but check back in because they're still going to need the money. I mean, one of the major, UNESCO landmarks has been just devastated, and you can't rebuild that.
And that was a big part of their
tourism,
their economy, as well as Mount Everest. So with the avalanche,
Did you say there's a good part about donating instead of sending stuff is that like the organizations that you're giving money to are going to purchase local goods as much as possible, like
to also revitalize the economy.
Exactly, that's so important. So now
also Facebook's doing something too. Facebook,
they are. Every time I log in now, I see that banner across the top, which because it's probably been vetted by Facebook is probably a little bit more of an assurance, but still take 2 minutes just to double check.
And there's a really good new app here that I think is perfect for this.
Yeah.
It's called Pledgeling. And what's great about Pledgeling, it just launched actually, and website, also a mobile app. You can download it on iTunes. What's so great about it is it's 2 clicks, just like Amazon, and it's centralized. So it has all your donations, all of your charitable efforts right there. It also gives you like a philanthropic footprint. So you have like a user page where you have like your footprint and you can share it. Also your donations, they don't show you what you're donating. So you can donate $5 and you shouldn't be ashamed. And you
if that's all you have.
Yeah, exactly, because every little bit helps.
Helps.
But I do like the fact that they don't, blast it and they don't reveal how much you donated. I love that. And then also Pledgeling has a special section right now that's set up specifically for the organizations that are already really linked into Nepal. So they have that already there. And I'm sure when you have your Pledgeling app, as other disasters do take place, they will also have those resources within, just instant access.
Right.
Yeah.
2 clicks, that's it. So I think that's a really good thing that people can utilize today.
And this is one of many things that you can do to contribute to the effort. You try, there's apps like this. There's online lists of different things you can do to kind of chime in. So if it's Pledgeling, that's great. If it's something else, then that's great, just so long as you're doing something.
Absolutely. Yeah. And every dollar amount counts. Every single dollar.
It absolutely does.
Oh gosh, prayers to everybody there, and thoughts, and it's just so sad.
And remember, we're all so interconnected, guys. We're all so dependent on each other, and it may not be immediately obvious, but the things that we're fortunate that we are a large and very established country, and whenever there are disasters, they're seemingly localized. That specific area is devastated, but we have so many other resources to draw upon, and most of the world isn't as fortunate. But we are so interconnected, it's very important to support our brothers and sisters in other parts of the world who are dealing with extreme devastation and loss.
Oh my gosh, I know. I mean, it's so easy to say that sitting from our comfortable chairs, right?
It very
really
easy
is.
to say.
And
Very
it's
easy
heart-wrenching.
to say. Yeah.
It's heart-wrenching. So well put. Please, you guys, we have all the links, and we will see you guys all next time on Pop Trigger.